Hi students, welcome back. In this video, we'll do a quick rapid revision on quadratic equation and arithmetic progression. In quadratic equation, we'll study about what is quadratic equation and the factorization method, and we'll study about the formula, using the formula, how to find out the nature of roots. Right? So what is quadratic equation? The quadratic equation, it is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. The b and c can be 0, but a, if it is not equal to 0, then that polynomial equation, we can say it as the quadratic equation, which we have studied in my previous video also, in the previous chapter, where the pair of linear equations we have studied. That let's recall that if x to the power 1 is this, then we call it as linear equation. If x to the power 2 is then we call it as a quadratic equation. If x to the power 3 is there, then we say it as cubic equation. So in the first exercise, there are problems involving check whether they are quadratic equation or not. We have to solve the algebraic equations. After solving, if it is ending in this form with a is not equal to 0, then we can say that is a quadratic equation or it is not. So that is said in the first exercise. So next method is factorization method, where we split the middle term and we get the answer. For example, if I have taken x square minus 3x and minus 10 is equal to 0, find the roots. We have to split the middle term to get the roots. So this we have studied in the previous chapter also, where alpha and beta are the zeros of the roots. So those are the roots of the quadratic equation. Both are same. So here if you are considering here, so product must be the coefficient a and the c, that's nothing but here minus 10, and sum of the roots must be minus 3, this minus b. So when you are observing this, the product is minus 10 and the sum is minus 3, which roots here, the 5 and 2. So 5, 2 is 10, but the negative sign and the sum should be negative, so it will be minus 5 and the 2 are the two roots. So we do that. So x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10. So by taking x common here, it will be x minus 5 plus 2. If we are taking common, it is x minus 5. So what will be the root? So x minus 5 and x plus 2, the two equations. From this we get x is equal to 5, and from this we get x is equal to minus 2. So these are the two roots which are getting by the method of factorization. We'll take the same equation, that is x square minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. We solve using the formula, either we check whether we get the same roots or not. So what we got the answer here, x is equal to 1 and x is equal to minus 2. Let's check the same expression using the formula. So using the formula, we have the formula like x is equal to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So from this expression, we get a as 1 and b as minus 3 and c will get minus 10. And before going the solution, let's discuss about that. We call it as b square minus 4ac as discriminant. So we can name it as d. If d is greater than 0, then the roots are real and distinct. If the discriminant, that is b square minus 4ac, is 0, then the roots are equal and real. If the discriminant is less than 0, then roots are imaginary. So this is very important. You may get in the MCQs depending on the discriminant, or they may ask you to find out the discriminant. If they are asking you to find out the discriminant, we have to use b square minus 4ac. So once mind this concept, let's move to the solving this. So we substitute these values here. What is b? Minus 3. So minus of minus 3 plus or minus 3 whole square minus 4 into 1 into minus 10 and 2 into 1, right? So minus into minus will become plus. Plus or minus 3 square is 9. Minus into minus is plus, and 4 then there is 40. 40 plus 9 is 49, and square root of 49 is 7. We know that. So we'll write it as 3 plus or minus 7 by 2. So we have to take 1's plus and 1 minus to get two distinct roots. So 3 plus 7 by 2 and 3 minus 7 by 2. So 3 plus 7 is 10. 10 by 2. 3 minus 7 is minus 4. So 2 ones are, 2 5s are, 2 ones are, 2 2s are. What we got? We got it as 5 and minus 2. Same thing we have arrived using the factorization method, and same thing we have arrived with the quadratic equation as well. So if you know one method, you can check with the other method whether you're getting same the answer with by using both the methods, then your answers are correct. Let's quickly move to the next chapter, arithmetic progression. So let's discuss about arithmetic progression. Arithmetic progression is a one series where we'll get the next term by adding a constant difference to its preceding term except the first term. It is first term is A and the difference what you are adding is D. The D may be positive or it may be negative or it may be 0. So if the first term is A, we get the second term by adding the common difference to the first term. That is the definition of arithmetic progression. We will get the term by adding the common difference to its preceding term. So that is what arithmetic series. So what will be our P3? P3 will be A plus D plus D. That is nothing but P2 plus D, right? So this I can write it as A plus 2D. Similarly, the P4 I will get it as by adding common difference to its preceding term, that is T3. So what is T3? A plus 2D. So what is T4 will become A plus 2D plus D, that is nothing but A plus 3D. Similarly, we proceed. Here we are observing that the first term is A. For this second term, whatever it is, the coefficient of D is 1 less than that. See, T2 term, second term, 1D, third term, 2D, and fourth term, 3D. So what we get, the nth term is nothing but A plus n minus 1 into D. So this is the nth term in the any arithmetic progression, providing A is the first term and n is the number of terms and D is the common difference. So you can observe here, if you want T4, just substitute n is equal to 4. So T4 is equal to A plus n minus 1 is nothing but 4 minus 1, that is 3D. So that's what we get, A plus 3D is equal to 0. So this is one part. The next part it is come the summation of the terms. So summation of the term is given by n by 2 A plus L. So L is nothing but the last term. So what is our last term? Last term is A plus n minus 1 into D. So we'll substitute that here. We get n by 2 A plus n minus 1 into D, substituting the value of L. So how many A's are there? 2. So Sn is given by n by 2 to A plus n minus 1 into D. What is Sn? Sn is the sum of the n terms. So n will be anything 2, 5, 6 or any number is given. So if they are asking find the sum of the n terms, we have to use this formula. If they are asking the n term, we have to use this formula. Let's take an example to get these answers. Take an example to understand the number of terms. So it is given divided by the AP whose third term is 5. So that is nothing but P3 is 5. And what they are given? The T7, that is 7th term is given as 9. So what formula we have for the T3? A plus n minus 1 into D. So n minus 1 is 3 minus 1. That is 2D is equal to 5. And similarly here A plus 6D is equal to 9. So we have got the linear equations. We can solve the any like substitution method or elimination method. Let's go to the elimination method by subtracting the equation 2 minus equation 1. That is A plus 6C is equal to 9 minus A plus 2D is equal to 5. We are subtracting, the sign may change. So A minus A is 0 and 6C minus 2D is 4D and 9 minus 5 is 4. So D we got it as 1 and substituting back in the one equation, let's make this in the equation 1. So A plus 2 into D, this D is 1 is equal to 5 and A will get 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. So once we get the A and D, it's very easy to establish the arithmetic progression. What's the first term? That is A, right? The first term is A, that's nothing but 3. Second term is A plus D, right? 3 plus 1, 4 and T3 will get just adding the common difference to preceding term. So that is nothing, 4 plus 1 is 5. So we can establish the arithmetic progression as 3, 4, 5. And so if they are asking you to find out the summation of the first 3 terms, so what will be the answer? So n by 2, A plus n, that's nothing but T3 here. So what is n? 3, 3 by 2. And what is A here? A is 3. And what is T3? We got it as 5, right? So this is 5 plus 3 is n. So 3 by 2 into 8, 2 ones are 2 fours are, and we got it as 4 threes as 12. So sum of the first 3 terms in this AP is 12. So you can teach it 4 plus 3 is 7 and 7 plus 5 is 12. So that is how we solve in the arithmetic progression chapter. So if you find this in full, please subscribe.